imagine Berlin at the time. Herbert von Karajan directing the Berlin Philharmonic. You had all of these wonderful. I lived across the street from the Schiller Theater, which is still one of the great sort of theaters in Germany, where I would go and listen to really well-spoken German. And so there was a lot that I was learning just from being in that particular place at the time. And so I went to the opera practically every night. I went to something practically every night, just learning and seeing and absorbing. And what I noticed is that there were singers that were only sort of slightly older than I, whose voices sounded as though they were many decades older than that, and didn't sound pretty. And I needed to understand what was happening. I mean, there were singers that were, 28 or 30 years old or something, and I would speak to them afterwards to say, was your voice tired tonight? Tell me what's happening, because I didn't understand it. Their voices should have sounded fresh and blooming and wonderful, but instead they sounded different. And it was because they were singing a different opera every night and singing whatever was offered. And I didn't understand and needed to understand, because no one was telling me these things, why they just didn't say no. Why didn't they just say, oh no, I don't think I should? Because it certainly could have happened that I could have been fired earlier in the process, but I didn't have sense enough to worry about that. I was more concerned about preserving myself